Hey everybody, you are looking at a 2011 Nissan Sentra S model with only 77,918 miles. Is nicely equipped, has a nice set of Hankook tires. They are all sitting at about 9/32 in tread depth, so there's plenty of life left in those tires. So you've got a rear deck lid spoiler, got mud flaps at all four wheels, it's got power windows and locks. It's got the CVT transmission. That means that it's the continuous variable transmission, which is ultra smooth. Has a RoCkFoRd FoSgAtE sound system as well. Very nice car, very clean. Has a few little scratches here and there, so I'll try to cover those. Right here at the front bumper, you can see right there. You can also see this side. Needs a little bit of touch up, not much. You go down this side here, you can see the body panels are nice and straight. Paint has a nice deep glossy shine. Driver's side, you do have a little bit of an indentation right here, not major. Wouldn't take much. Get a PDR company, paintless dent removal company, to come out and remove that. You maybe want to paint your hubcaps or just get new ones, but they're easy to paint, don't cost much. It has the intelligent key, so you just put this in your pocket and approach the vehicle. You see here you've got this little button here, and that locks it. Right? Or if you're coming to get into the car, that unlocks it. Nice door sills. Power windows and locks, power mirrors. Vehicle dynamics control. Steering wheel mounted audio controls and cruise. Variable intermittent wipers. Got a tilt steering column. It does not telescope. Got automatic climate control as well. Pretty nice little car. These are very fuel efficient. They come with a 2-liter 4-cylinder motor. Let's go take a look at that. So it's very efficient. You can expect to get mid-30s on the highway for your fuel economy, and right around 27, 28, 29 in the city, just depending on how you drive. Both those front fenders appear to be original. I don't see any signs of accident damage up there at all. Driver's door, I don't feel any paint work there. Let's open up all these doors in the trunk. There we go, so you get the trunk open. I don't feel any paint work here. Typically, if a vehicle's been painted, then these edges will be rough. This is nice and smooth. That's one way you can determine, you can't rely 1000% on Carfax and auto check, or especially what the dealer's telling you, whether a car's had an accident or not. So first thing I do is I open up all the doors in the trunk, and you want to feel these edges, and it's not too tough. Like right here, you've got a little bit of a chip, so that doesn't indicate a replacement or anything like that. But if this vehicle had been painted, this would be a very rough edge, kind of like sandpaper. And when you get into these areas here, there'd usually be like a tape line, say tape it off, and so it'd be really easy to see, but it'd also be rough. And this is very smooth, so nothing there. You got a nice little spoiler, gives it a nice look. not extremely functional. I mean, this is not a sports car. So then you're gonna want to feel underneath here. That's nice and smooth. That's nice and smooth. So rear deck lid feels good. Yep, I don't feel any paintwork in there. No tape lines and no rough edges. Got a lot of trunk space. This one has a 60/40 split folding rear seat, so you can really get a good bit of cargo in there. I think it's about 13 cubic feet back there, so it's deceptively large. This is a small car. Okay, so let's feel here. Maybe I'll do an entire video on how to properly purchase a pre-owned vehicle. It might help you guys out. I was in the auto industry for about 25 years and still kind of dabble in it. This was an inherited vehicle from my father-in-law, but on occasion I'll purchase cars at the auction with a business partner of mine. We've been involved in auto sales for many years together. This is not one of those vehicles. You check your pillars here. So yeah, I'll do a video here in the near future that kind of explains what to look for. You know, because it's important. You know, it's okay to buy a vehicle that's had, you know, like a quarter panel painted. I mean, cars get scratched. See this little scratch here? That can probably buff out, but if it had gone down through the paint, you know, you may want to paint that. So it doesn't necessarily mean you have a bad car, but what you got to start looking out for is when, you know, really poor quality paint work, misaligned door, you know, body panels. You'd want to look out for, you know, if every panel had been painted. You know, it's like this thing roll down a hill or what? Dash looks nice on this car. No cracking, no fading. Cloth seats. All the power windows and power locks function properly, so does the cruise control. The AC blows nice and cold as well. You can see it's super easy to fold these seats down. You've got this little mechanism here, and you pull that, and then the seat goes forward. This front seat's a little too far back to lean this all the way down unless we remove this headrest, but that's pretty simple remedy. Obviously, we just push this seat up a little bit, which I can do from here. So let's do that. And then you fold this one down like this, right? So you got a lot more space to haul things around. Nice thing about 2011 Sentra too is it's a very dependable vehicle. Won't require very much maintenance at all. And not only that, but they're safe. This one's got airbags galore. You know, it's got obviously dual front airbags. That's pretty much standard. It's not a big deal. But it has seat-mounted side airbags, which is a big deal to me, in my opinion, because that means that the airbags slide. You know, they go wherever you are. So if your seat's more forward, that airbag's going to open up in an ideal situation. Instead of being mounted here on the pillar, it does have side mounted curtain airbags as well. So very safe vehicle. Let's go ahead and get in and start it up. Nice thing is you just have to have the key in your pocket or in your purse. And you'll see here, it's basically keyless. You just go here, put your foot on the brake, crank it up. You see this car starts right up. See it's idling very smoothly. You'll see there are not any warning lights on the dash. Air is blowing ice cold, which is great because it's you know it says 93 there, but when it says 93 on a car thermometer, it's usually like 98 in reality here in Central Florida, and the heat index they're saying today is 102. So it's I'm obviously very capable of determining whether this car has good air or not, and it does. It's ice cold, which is nice. A little storage cubby, a nice little sound system. You can connect your iPod. How about that? An iPod. Anyone have iPods anymore? If you got an iPod, write that in the comments for me. That'd be pretty cool. Let's see here if we got any music. Let's see, let's go here. Sound system's really nice. I mean, it's RoCkFoRd FoSgAtE. It's pretty awesome. So let's take this little Sentra for a cruise. We'll put this in drive. Let's go here. Get the camera mounted on a gimbal now, so we can take her out for a little spin around the neighborhood. What I love about a CVT transmission is it's so smooth. You don't feel like a first to second gear shift, like that clunk that you feel on a lot of small cars. Or second to third, or when you downshift from second to first or third to second, things like that. And if you don't understand a CVT transmission, just Google it and read up on it, because it's really interesting. It's really an engineering feat, just such an accomplishment. All right, so let's go. Accelerates nicely. We're already at 50 miles an hour. You know, it's a peppy little car. Smooth. There aren't any strange vibrations in the steering wheel. Holds the road nicely, a nice alignment. My hands are off the wheel right now, and it's not drifting. Which these roads in Florida, they're all crowned, so it's real easy to kind of drift to one side or the other if your car is slightly out of alignment. But yeah, very nice car. It's smooth, it's quiet. I don't hear any strange rattles or any kind of weird bumps. So it's got automatic window on the driver's side. Passenger side goes down just fine. You can tell that the motor is good on these windows. You can usually tell when a window motor is getting ready to fail, because it'll kind of jerk the window up and down. Let's see if I can, I don't know if I can wrench this camera back that way for you. There you go. The brakes feel good. No pulsation in the brake pedal. I'm kind of already giving you everything you need to look for when you're driving a car, but I'm going to do a separate video that only focuses on that. It won't focus on the options of the car, or, you know, the pros and the cons of the car. I'm going to do a walk around on exactly what to look for while you're buying a car. Because body shops are so advanced these days. I mean, they can put a car right back together that's been basically rolled down a hill, and the average consumer would not know how to tell. And you can still buy that car. You just need to know how much to pay. You know, you need to know how much it's worth if it's had those types of issues. But yeah, this car is great. Both turn signals work properly. Let's check the wipers. Works nice, good. Yeah, sprays the windshield properly. They are intermittent. This will make a great commuter car. Be a great high schooler car. It's really just it fits so many scenarios. You know, even a business professional. I mean, this isn't a bad looking car. You know, and it's gonna get great fuel economy. You know, so many business professionals think they have to drive a Mercedes, but I mean, what does it really matter? Like, you're gonna park it in the parking lot. Are you gonna impress somebody that you got a high-paying job? I mean, it doesn't really matter. That doesn't really matter. But you know, some people just love nice cars. So this car kind of fits the spectrum. You know, the college kid, the high schooler getting a first car, the business professional, the real estate agent that's going to travel all over the place. This one's great on fuel economy. Has seating for 5, but realistically probably 4 adults can fit in here comfortably, unless they're really small people. It's got great equipment on it. It's got a nice sound system on it. The air's ice cold. Transmission is smooth. It's a safe car. It's got tethers for child seats in the back, so if you have, you know, young kids, you know, you don't have to drive. You know, we've got a minivan because we have 4 little ones, so I mean, this car can haul a couple of them. Look at there, their dash is nice. This is a nice car overall. All right, well, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Shoot me a message. I'll respond quickly. I don't believe this car will last very long. The pre-owned market is on fire right now. The supply is low, demand is high, despite the fact that a lot of people are out of work. There's a lot of people looking for cars like this. You know, people are getting out of their Lexus and Mercedes so they can free up some cash flow, getting out of these big payments, you know, and buying cars like this. So I don't expect it to last long. But anyway, look forward to communicating with those who have interest in this vehicle.